Hello, hello. How are the All-Stars today? Mm-mm-mm. Well, it's your girl, Amasia Star, and as you guys know, I'm the Forever Olympic hopeful, and I had to kind of run a certain topic back today. Now, we did the series and we completed the series on siblings, but I went to go see a very special person yesterday. My wonderful, outstanding, the beautiful, oh my God, the accolades just go on and on. Anyway, her and my mother were like this growing up. They're first cousins. Although she's my cousin, I give her that platform and I adorably call her my auntie. Anyway, it's all about the Miss Beautiful. The family calls her Shuggy. This one is dedicated to you. I love you, I miss you, I cherish you, and you are all that I'm needing to just thrive. Always been there for me, and I just thank you so much for who you are. And I hope that this message resonates with our next generation and our future, the legacy that's going to carry our namesakes on. Thank you. I love you so much, Auntie Shuggy, known as Miss Priscilla. All right, so here we go. Sibling rivalry. Let's get into it. You guys already know. Runners, take your mark. Oh, wait, did I put my track back? Shoes in my bag? Okay, we're on our way to the track meet. Okay, I'm there. I'm at the track. Oh, the crowd's going wild. As you guys know, I'm here to empower. I'm a sociologist, and basically I just use all of my research, all my information that I have, and of course some information from some of our wise counsel and our elders in the family and so on, to bring you guys something that hopefully will impact your life in a positive way and allow you to be empowered and empower others. So without further ado, runners, take your mark. Set, go. Let's go. All right. Glasses on, please. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I love you guys. And if you're here for the first time, you're in for a treat. Let's talk about it. Sibling rivalry. While often seen as a normal, right? A normal part of growing up, sibling rivalry can pose several dangers when left unchecked, or when it becomes intense and persistent. I'm going to give you guys some of the key dangers, unfortunately. I know you guys thought this. I thought this was going to be a positive one. It is positive because once you take some of this great information and apply it to your life, if you're raising kids or even your grandkids, or even if you're a teacher and you're witnessing some things, in your classrooms, don't take this lightly. Do you know what I'm saying? Because sibling rivalry is one thing, but sometimes those same characteristics can follow them to school and to college, and even in their relationships and in their marriages. All right. So let's try to nip it in the bud while some of them are still young. All right. So here we go. Listen up, everybody. Emotional and psychological harm. Constant comparison and competition can lead to low self-esteem, resentment, and feelings of inadequacy. It may result in chronic anxiety or even depression, especially if one child consistently feels less than another. Unresolved sibling rivalry can cause long-term identity struggles or the need to even overachieve to gain some type of approval from the outside world. Number 2, you guys, damage to family relationships. Sibling rivalry is so intense that it can strain the parent-child relationship, especially if children perceive favoritism. We used to always ask, mommy, who's our favorite? Who's your favorite? And you know what she would tell us? Look us dead in the eye. And she would say, all of you. She would say things like, to her oldest daughter, Dr. Terry, she would say, you're my favorite oldest child. And then she'd say to my little sister, the walking doll, she would tell her, you're my favorite youngest child. So she made us all feel individual and made us all feel special. And of course, for me and Reese Cup, we're the middle children. Yeah, if there was anybody that was going to have any sibling rivalry, it would have been between me and her. But our mother used to make us hug it out. Kiss it out. We got tired of all them little squabbles and bickerings because she didn't allow it. And that meant extra time for hugging, and that meant less time for being outside and playing. So we just learned as a young child, no sibling rivalry. So we're probably elite in that area, but I still want to give you guys the best that I got and still share some of my personal experiences to fatten up and make your spikes extra sharp, okay? So here we go. It can lead to long-term estrangement between siblings, which making reconciliation in adulthood very, very difficult to come by. So even family gatherings may become even tense or conflict laden, okay? Number 3. You see how I long jumped over there? Boom. Number 3, physical aggression and safety risk. In extreme cases, rivalry can escalate to physical fights. Oh, we didn't have that in our household. Oh, no. Causing injury for those of you that have dealt with it. Aggressive behavior, if not corrected in the early stages, it can also develop into some really terrible patterns of violence and even bullying. And that can even carry on into the outside of the home. So be careful. Don't take this lightly, you guys. Don't take it lightly. Feeling it. Hi, crush. I got a crush, you guys. All right, so anyways, number 4, academic and social struggles. Children caught in sibling rivalry may struggle with peer relationships as the dynamic of home influence how they interact with others. So like I said, this goes deeper than just inside of your house. This carries into your behavior at school, college, military. You know what I'm saying? It carries into every aspect of life. Traveling abroad, how you're going to interact with strangers. If you can't get it cracking at home, be careful, because you could carry some of that out into the real world. All right, so let's just nip this stuff in the bud. And for parents and grandparents and aunties and uncles and whoever is raising or guardians, foster care mothers, take this information as serious as you can. And like always, I say, you guys, this is a platform for me to share information. I'm not trying to co-parent your children for you, but this is some information that you might be able to grab some things from. This is purely for entertainment, all right? Number 4, let's keep going. So, children that are caught in sibling rivalry may struggle with peer relationships as the dynamics at home influence how they interact with others. They may is a key word, okay? So it's not written in stone. Don't come for me. But they may experience difficulty focusing in school due to stress or conflict that's happening at home. Number 5, long-term impact on conflict resolution. Children grow up in a rivalry. Children who grow up in a rivalry can basically add that to their own personal lives and struggles, okay? So just be careful. We're not out here trying to hurt each other. We're trying to enhance each other. And it takes a village, you guys, and I'm part of that village, okay? So I'm here giving you everything I got, the best that I got, all right? Okay, here we go. I want you guys to remember that some of the dangers of sibling rivalry, the name of this title today is going to be Dangers of Sibling Rivalry, Psychological Effects on How to Handle It, all right? And one thing that I would say is sibling rivalry, although it might seem like it's normal, like normal little childhood behavior, it can lead to serious emotional and psychological damage if left untreated. And in this video, I'm just going to be sitting here trying to explore some of the dangers of sibling rivalry, including mental health. And I'm big on mental health issues and how the family, the breakdown and the dynamics, and also long-term conflicts, all right? Let's dive into what's going to cause sibling rivalry, the psychological effects of sibling rivalry, how to manage and reduce sibling rivalry at home, and real-life examples, which of course is going to include quotes, statistics, and my own personal experiences, all right? And any other advice that I can pull for you. So this is kind of like my small definition of sibling rivalry. It's kind of caused by a mix of psychological, emotional, and environmental factors. But here are some of the main causes of sibling rivalry. You ready? All right. Competition for attention. That's going to be number 1. Kids often compete for parental love. And it doesn't have to even be parents. It could be grandparents that's raising them. Any type of guardian, foster care, and so forth. Aunties, uncles. They're competing for time, approval, and different things. And of course, love. If one sibling feels neglected, even just a little bit, or even less favored, rivalry can grow. Number 2, perceived favoritism. When children believe that a sibling is the favorite, it can create resentment and jealousy. That's why my mother didn't play that. She was like, all y'all my favorites. You couldn't get her at any point in time and in our life, whether we were children or whether we were in our midlife, you know what I'm saying, young adults, even as seniors. No, she wasn't having it. Number 3, okay, so differences in personality and interests. Siblings with very different temperaments, talents, or interests may struggle to connect and understand each other. Okay, so keep that in mind. Number 4, Age and developmental stages. Remember, I did if you guys weren't here or haven't seen it yet, I did a series on age gaps. Age gaps is important. So age and developmental stages. Younger children may copy and irritate other older ones, while older siblings may feel burdened by the responsibility. Like I told you guys before, I'm going through that with some of my nieces, and we just gotta buckle up. Buckle up. Close age gaps can intensify competition. Number 5, family dynamics and stress. High parental conflict, divorce, financial issues, or lack of structure at home can increase sibling tension. Children sometimes act out their stress on each other. Number 6, lack of conflict resolution skills. So without guidance, kids don't even know how to express their feelings. Keep that in mind. They don't know how to set boundaries or even solve disagreements. They need guidance, you guys. Don't just expect just because they're siblings that they can just piece all this stuff together and they can just figure it out. 9 times out of 10, they cannot, all right? We're here. If you're parenting, guiding, guide. If you're parenting, parent. And that includes guiding the children in the ways that they should go, And in my household, we were here to follow God. My mother, she ruled, with switches. You know what I mean? Like the Bible says, she didn't spare the rod. So she didn't allow us to have conflict and sibling rivalry growing up. She didn't make anybody feel like they were resented or less than or that they should be jealous of this person. We even almost wore the same outfits. Yeah, she did that. I guess to keep down with, I like your dress better than I like my dress. Let's switch. No, I don't want to switch. I like mine. No, there was no room for that. We all wore the same clothes. I'm just saying, Hey, it worked. So remember, this can also lead to repeated fights or instead of resolutions, okay? When you have something that they're expressing their feelings or saying, if you don't set boundaries and if you don't help them solve disagreements, nip that in the bud while they're young. Number 7, comparisons by adults. So when parents and teachers and relatives compare siblings, don't let them do that. You see, if you witness that with your kids, don't do that to my children. Treat all my children the same, please. Because at the end of the day, they will leave. And then you're stuck with kids not feeling like this, but feeling like this. Don't let other people divide your children, and show favoritism to one but not the other. Stop it. So let's get into detecting sibling rivalry and try to detect it early that they can prevent long-term emotional relationship damage. So I'm going to get into right now some of the signs and behaviors to watch for, okay? Number 1. If they're constantly arguing or fighting, that's a key sign something is very wrong. Frequent verbal disagreements or physical altercations, especially over small things, that can also be a major red flag. Number 2, jealousy or competition. One child may always try to outdo the other one and then get upset when their sibling receives some types of attention or even some type of gifts and even praise. Number 3, blaming or tattletelling. If one sibling frequently blames the other or constantly tattletales, it may be a sign of deeper resentment or rivalry. So pay attention to that, okay? Snitches get stitches. I'm just kidding. Number 4, withdrawal or avoidance. If you have children that are kind of more reserved or withdrawn and just kind of doing a lot of things that's avoiding certain activities or something, pay attention. That's a sign. One sibling may avoid interacting with the rest of the family, become very quiet. That could be a sign of getting bullied or feeling resentment starting to set up. If they seem too anxious, or upset even around them, pay attention to your kids. All the kids, neighbors' kids too. It can go undetected. It's not unheard of. Attention-seeking behavior, which is number 5. Children may act out temper tantrums, risky behavior, or excessive neediness to get attention that a sibling is receiving. Number 6, negative talk. Nip that in the bud. Phrases like, you love him more, or she always gets her way, or I wish I didn't even have a sister. I wish I didn't even have a brother. That's not good. That's not healthy. That's not healthy talk. We don't tolerate those type of things, you guys. Be careful. Be mindful. Because if they're saying it, they're feeling it. And if they're feeling it, it could start brooding into something you're not going to be able to readily manage. Number 7, manipulation and sabotage. One sibling may intentionally try to ruin the other sibling's things. Could be planning it, or reputation to get even. Oh, I'm gonna get you. 3 o'clock. Or one of them feels more superior. Using manipulation games and things like that, right? Be careful. That's number 7. Number 8, watch out for mood swings and declining self-esteem. If one of the kids are feeling less than the other, what do you think that's going to do to their self-esteem? Boom. It's like the pole vault with a stick. That part. Be careful. And think about it like this. If you have a rivalry that's just continuing and continuing and continuing and continuing, it can affect the child's confidence level. It can affect their mood, especially if they constantly are feeling overshadowed by the other one. Be careful. Be mindful. All right, here we go. On to some other supportive and helpful things, okay? This is a great question. Do you know when to get help for your children that are having prolonged times of sibling rivalry? Do you know what to do about it? All right. How about some of this? Some conflicts between siblings are normal, and you can just resolve them at home with a couple of punishments. But if it gets worse than that, number 1, physical violence or aggression is showing up. If fights become physical, cause injury, or even happen too frequently, it's more than typical sibling conflict, then it's a serious concern, and it might be time to get some serious help. Number 2, if it's causing emotional harm. If one child shows signs of anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, irritability, or constantly is just starting to feel unloved or unsafe around the other sibling, it's time to get some help. It may be time to get some help. Disclaimer. Number 3, extreme jealousy or hatred. Expressions like, I hate you, I hate her, I hate him, I wish she wasn't even born, why is she even here, she's getting on my nerves. If this is happening regularly, it may be time to get some outside help, okay? Because that can lead to some real intensive resentment. Number 4, another tip, persistent bullying or power struggles or imbalances. If one sibling is constantly dominating and intimidating the other sibling, emotionally manipulates the other, especially over a period of time, it may become a form of sibling abuse. Yes. Wake up, y'all. This is not just that cute, they fight all the time. No. You don't think that a kid can strangle another kid? Pound on another kid? Accidentally trip a kid and they hit their head? Trust me, I have an anti-bullying program that I share with my son, Dorian, and I promise you, it can be very dangerous. Bullying we're very strict on bullying. If you guys haven't went out and got my son's journals, they're sold on Amazon. Everything is in the description below, okay? And basically I believe it's titled, Stop All That Bullying, okay? And we need to stop all of it. And sibling rivalry and sibling abuse is a form of bullying, all right? Especially if one is older than the other, even twins that fight. It's just not okay. Someone is dominating the other and it needs to come to an end, all right? Number 5, escalation despite parental efforts. So you've been trying hard. You done did the switches. You done did timeout. You done did punishments. You done took away things. You done unrewarded bad behavior. I know I made that up. I was feeling it for a minute. You've tried discipline. You've tried all these conversations. You've tried all these routines. You've tried mediation and nothing is improving and it's only getting worse. It might be time to look for some outside help. Number 6, disruption of family life. Do you think the kids bickering all the time doesn't affect you and your husband? Or everyone else in the household, grandparents, uncles, aunties, cousins? It does. It affects everyone. To witness sibling rivalry affects everyone. Even the other siblings that are not having a rivalry, it's affecting them too. Constant rivalry is like causing a major stress in your household and even to you as a parent or guardian. It's affecting the mental health for the whole entire family. Get that in your head and add it up. Number 7, changes in school or social life. If you start to see a decline in their performance at school, if they're starting to withdraw from their friends, and if their behavior is starting to change, yeah, it's time to get some help. It may be time to get some help. Think about it. All right, let's dive into some little bit of statistics that hopefully drive this all the way home and allow you to really start taking this a little bit more seriously, okay? Number one, prevalence of sibling aggression. Studies show this. A 2013 study published in Pediatrics found that 32% of children exposed and experienced sibling aggression in the past year. That's a high number, you guys. 32%. Pay attention to your kids and your cousins. The same study revealed that sibling aggression can have mental health effects similar to even being what? Bullied. Didn't I just say that? Go get my son's journal. Go get it. And every time you do that, you're adding to our further research. You're helping another child, even by seeing it. It's so beautiful. I don't have one here with me today, but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And yeah. All right. Let's put an end to bullying. And it happens inside your home as well. Number two, impact on mental health. Research from the University of New Hampshire showed that children who experienced sibling aggression were more likely to suffer from depression, anxiety, and anger issues. I'm telling you, this kind of stuff, you guys, can follow them through their adulthood life as well. All right, it's a long-term effect. Getting into number three, long-term effects. A study in the Journal of Family and Psychology found that intense sibling conflict in childhood predicted lower levels of self-esteem and higher levels of depression. Yeah, and that's even in young adulthood. All right, see what I mean when I say it's following them. Sibling conflict in early years is linked to poor conflict resolution skills in later romantic or workspace relationships. What did I say? Sibling conflicts can affect your romantic life. It's not good. It's not okay. Number four, sibling violence. According to the United States Department of Justice, sibling violence is the most common form of family violence, yet it's also one of the most overlooked. Let's stop overlooking it, you guys. Let's start paying attention to our children, and let's actually get in there and do something about this. And let's stop saying, oh, that's cute. Oh, they'll grow out of it. No, they're not. No, they're not. I didn't experience it, but my cousins that did, no. No. It follows them to their adulthood. It affects their relationships, all of them. And they're always wondering to themselves, why me? Why did I get treated like this? You know, was she jealous or trying to figure out what's the problem? Was she jealous of me? Did she hate that I was born? Was she going to physically try to ruin me? God, parents, understand this, and guardians and foster moms. You had the children. The children didn't have each other. So just because you wanted more than one child does not mean that they're automatically going to have to be kumbaya. It doesn't mean that they're going to form love with each other. So pay attention. It can be a hostile divide. All right? Protect your household. According to the United States Department of Justice, sibling violence is the most common form of family violence. Most common. Yet it is also the most overlooked. Some studies suggest up to 70 to 80% of children experience some form of physical or emotional sibling conflict. Like I said, you had the children. They didn't have each other. So don't just expect just because they're siblings that they just love each other and that they're supportive of each other. No, sometimes they don't like your other kid. Sometimes they don't like your other kid or kids. Number five, parental influence. Families where parents show favoritism or fail to even intervene are more likely to see harmful and long-lasting sibling rivalry. I'm telling you, you can be 80 years old and still feel like your sibling doesn't like you, and you don't even know why. You don't even know why. A longitude study found that parental differential treatment increased the likelihood of resentment, rivalry, poor sibling relationships well into adulthood. See what I'm saying? That part. All right, let's get into some quotes. I know that was a lot. Sibling rivalry is inevitable. The only question is how much damage it does. And that was written by Dr. Kevin Leman. Number two, the bond between siblings is part of who we are, but so is the competition that shaped us, and that one is unknown. Siblings are mirrors and rivals, teaching us both who we are and who we are not. Last but not least, sibling rivalry teaches conflict, but it also demands resolution unless we let it fester. And that's according to Dr. Laura Markham. All right, remember that. You can kid the world, but not your sister, according to Charlotte Gray. I'm eating it with a little bit of humor. Having lots of siblings is like having built-in enemies and bodyguards all at once. All right, I hope you guys really appreciated this today. I love you guys. I'm still here in California. Hey, shout out to Kingdom Hood. Yes, Los Angeles brand. If you want it, DM me for the fit. All right? And let's keep growing. And let's keep loving. And let's keep empowering each other. And I love you guys. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe at Amasia Star. And become an all-star. All right? Bye. This will be up in a little bit. All right, I'm leaving the track meet. Track shoes in the bag. Bye.